It is June 13th. The Yankees win game one. They win game two. They win game three. They're about to win game four. No! They lose it. Show the Royals some respect. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Jimmy, you might be unplugged.
I don't have you.
Think we're back.
Hello?
Yeah.
I got you now.
Okay, yeah, it's not my microphone, but I'll try to change to that in a second. James Beebs. Yeah, this is my Sasquatch hat. I wear this during some warehouse activities. We had a big warehouse day today. Jimmer's still there. Some good content en route per usual, and some big warehouse news coming soon. I don't know if we want to talk about that on here, but yeah. Yanks, I mean, this was beautiful, man. Obviously, the ending leaves a sour taste in the mouth, and it points to some things we've talked about, whether infield defense, the positioning. Why wasn't DJ guarding the line? Either way, I mean, these Yankees dominated the Royals for all of the innings, basically. So yeah, a little bummer there's a loss, but maybe that puts a little piss and vinegar into the fellas as we head to Boston for the first time this year, Jim. And yeah, excited to see some of our good people in the Jersey Shore. So yeah, if you're around Jersey, Father's Day, looking for something to do, haven't gotten the gift yet, come through the Talkin' Yanks event. What are you thinking, Jim Bone?
Yanks are good. I don't know if that was the Royals' best punch. Like we missed Reagan's, their best pitcher. But those first three games, I'm supposed to respect the Royals. They're supposed to be a really good team. First three games. Talkin closing and B squad lineup in game one. No sweat. And then you get the A lineup 2 games in a row, back-to-back double-digit runs. So it's either that or the Yanks are just damn good, man.
I think the Yankees are damn good. Tonkin closing, electric factory. Booney couldn't hide his smile when talking to us, which like that was like a gotcha moment. Like, okay, so you you admit that's pretty wild. And yeah, I mean the whole, Jim, you've been on it. The AL Central, what we've done against them this year is criminal, and like the sport needs to change.
Yeah, probably should go to 2 divisions or something. I don't know. One giant conference. I don't know what you do, but I can't continue. And this is where I'm going to piss so many people off. I cannot continue to allow these teams to just play each other and whoever's the best think they're good.
Yeah, I mean it's tough.
And I will say this, the top 4 of the Royals lineup.
Yeah, and that's what, when we were talking on our way back, I was like, I think they got some guys who can pitch and they have a top of the lineup.
Top of the lineup's good.
But when you compare that to the best teams in baseball right now, like coming off playing the Dodgers, how our Yankees have looked this year, there's a caste system in baseball right now, and I don't want that to come up with all the cricket stuff. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, anyway, Yankees look really good. They lose game 4. Rourke was leaving the warehouse. As I was sitting down, I said, "Who's you got that loss on?" And he was kind of like, "I won't speak for him. You go find out your thoughts." But his was like, whatever. I don't care. Like that was hard to not have that vibe. Now, especially because they stole game 4 at the very end. Like I was like a loss for a while, and then they steal it at the end, and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna be like a sneaky victory where we came back, and then they come back, and you have the misplay. We'll get into that, I guess. Are we burning all 4?
I was gonna do a super burn because I mean that's kind of what this was, right?
Wow.
Right? Or am I wrong?
No, it was a super burn for sure.
Okay.
I mean, Cody Petit started one game, loved the kid, and then we had the beeline up another game. I mean, it's just like if this wasn't the Royals' best shot, it wasn't ours either.
No, Stanton played in half these games. Michael Tonkin closed out a game. Yeah, you're completely right there. Is there any grounds creeping?
Oh, you know what? I apologize. I've
I
had a
don't really
busy
think,
week.
I don't really think there is though. Like Cole's gonna do another rehab start. Otherwise,
Okay, here's a note. Stanton could return to the outfield during the Boston series.
Mm.
neat.
Why?
I'd assume left field.
And
Yeah, but
like a
why?
month ago, Boone mentioned to us a possibility of a Verdugo Soto swap corners that I just remembered in Fenway.
In Fenway, yeah. But why? I didn't know that I didn't know that getting Stanton reps in the outfield was a thing they were trying to do.
Doesn't seem like a need.
So Cole's making his third minor league rehab start Friday, AAA, 65 to 70 pitches. I don't think there's anything new, man.
No, I think we're light.
Yeah.
Well, the actual news that people would be mad if we omitted is that Dominguez was like activated, optioned. So technically, that is a change to the roster. His rehab assignment is over.
But no news there. That's just paperwork. He's staying in the minors.
Official.
All right. Let's super burn.
You want maybe tell the people about the Yankees MasterCard? I'm gonna try to leave and come back because it's not seeing my mic right now, so I'm gonna BRB.
All right, BRB and MU. Everyone listen closely. You're already getting pinstripe news with us, and now you can earn pinstripes rewards with the New York Yankees MasterCard credit card. Everyone who opens a Yankees credit card can earn 2 free tickets when you spend $100 on the Yankees credit card within 30 days of account opening, up to $100 in value. So 2 free tickets for select regular season home games at Yankee Stadium. You get the card, you buy yourself 2 tickets to the game on the card, and you get all the rewards, the pinstripe rewards when you take the subway to the stadium, or you spend money at the restaurants, bars to the stadium. You get 1% on all purchases, 1% back on all purchases, 5% back on purchases at Yankee Stadium. So you go open it up, get yourself this, then you go to Yankee Stadium, you get all that pinstripe rewards percentages, then you get 2 free tickets for select regular home games at Yankee Stadium. You're at 2 games. BOGO, I just hooked you up. Yankees cardholders have the exclusive opportunity to redeem pinstripe rewards for more Yankees tickets, as well as memorabilia and VIP experiences at the stadium. Cardholders can also redeem pinstripe rewards for cash. For more information and to start earning rewards today, visit pinstriperewards.com. That's pinstriperewards.com. Restrictions apply. You guys got me?
Yeah, and the mic sounds
you
good.
Look there, Sasquatch Mike. You very like Oregonian.
Do I sound crispy?
You look like a disc golfer right now. Like that's the vibe.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
100% the vibe with the collared shirt and like the long sleeve underneath and the Sasquatch hat. Yeah, you look like disc golfer.
My hobbies are disc golfing, and I have a 1-engine boat that I like to go out on myself with. And
Yeah.
people are like, "What do you do out there?" And I'm on the water.
Yeah, I'm just out.
Yeah.
Go to those axe throwing places.
Sure. Nice beer.
Dude, I just got texted by one of those axe throwing places.
Nice.
No,
Oh.
I don't like those.
Oh.
I don't like, and don't text me.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I wasn't a fan of the axe throwing place. The mostly because the guy who like steers you through it was just so unsufferable.
Was he trying to do a lot?
It was just yelling.
Gotcha.
He yelled every word like this with no cadence and no break or pause or different person. And now the red team goes. And me and my dad were like, dude, change it up.
Let's get a little super burn going.
Do it in that guy's voice.
That's basically what these are, right?
No, you're beautiful.
The Yankees rode on to Kansas City with Carlos trying to redeem himself from where he finished his 2023 season, while Seth would try to hawk a Lugo on the Yankees. Top one, Verdugo, 1-0 RBI single, and then DJ with the sack bunt. These Yankees. It's 2-0. Scratch that. Double down. Trevi Smalls up the middle, the 2 RBI single. It's 4-0 after 4. It would stay that way into the 7th. Carlos was great. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run. His only blemish, Freddie Fermin. A little fortitude as Bobby Witt Jr. gets the hammy, but the Yankees take game 1 and back up the Talkin truck along the way to take it 4-2. Game 2, Shorty shaking that thing like a straw, man, as the Yankees would hope to keep playing sweet music against Brady Singer for Kansas City. Top 1, here comes the Judge, little single. Stanton with the RBI ground out. It's 2-0 Yanks in the first again. Scratch that, reverse it. Glaber bombs, an RBI single. It's 3-0. And then Austin goes to the Wells once more. See you in Asbury Park. It's 6-0 Yankees. It's 9-0 Yankees after Judge gavels one. And then Giancarlo. Let the rhythm take you over. It's 10-0 Yanks. Thanks for coming. Let's have Ron throw 40 pitches, and that's obvious. Yanks take game 2. 10-1 final. Lil Poteet would try to count his sheep while figuring out where to stay against. Let's stay at the Alta Villa. That joke's just for me, really. Top 1, Yanks go up 2-0 again. Verdugo, 2 RBI single. Even Rizzo the Rat with the sac fly. And then, oh no, Luis Trevino, Jose Trevino with the 3-run homer. It's 6-0 Yankees. Nice opener. You lost the game. Stanton does it again. 449 to center. It's 8-0 Yankees. The Royals got some runs. Don't care. Care about the Glaber homer. 3-run shot. Yankees, they take game 3. 11-5 final. Game 4. Yanks bring their broomsticks to Kauffman Stadium as Alec tries to get the Royals out of their own marsh. Yankees, bad strategy. They don't take a 2-run lead in the first, but the Royals take a 2-0 lead as Pasquatch, the 2 RBI double. It's 2-0 Royals. It stayed that way into the 8th. Nestor battled 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, only 2 Ks. Alec Marsh held them hitless until the 7th. But here's HR to the Rizzo. Tony? Okay, interested. He homers to right. Volpe with the RBI ground out. And then Soto Soto. It's 3-2 Yankees. Some bad defense, and the Clay Holmes gets melted by a little rain. I don't know. Kansas City needed this more than us. Yankees lose on a walk-off 4-3 final.
Super burn, super burn. Did you call Rizzo a rat?
Is Rizzo the Rat a thing? Jess says that whenever he comes up, and it's not like about his look or anything. I don't know if it's like an old Ninja Turtle character or something, or if it's just made up.
I don't know it. It's not a Ninja Turtle because those were all Rizzo the Rat is a Muppet.
Muppet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Gross
sense.
looking guy.
Just basically married a Muppet.
Yeah. Stanton Waldorf, that's us.
That's Rizzo the Rat.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Looks like you're all right.
You can
Anything
say it. You can say it.
no. Anything before we move on and do awards, or should we just have all the conversation during the awards?
I think you could convince me that Rizzo the Rat the puppet is related to me.
Yeah. Crawled out of your pants. Came to life.
I don't know. I don't know. This series was like nothing.
I love this series because I was waking up at 5:30 every morning to go to Long Island for the cricket thing, World Cup. And so I would watch some games and I was like, man, if it's a blowout, I'm just gonna like fall asleep early.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were blowouts, and I fell asleep. I watched all the first one on Tuesday or Monday, the B lineup. I watched all of that. No, I didn't see the very ending, but I watched majority of that. And I just absolutely loved it. Like adored that game. It might be in my top 10 games of the year. It's bound to get pushed, but it doesn't fall into an award because not one person, but and I tweeted this thought out, but it is a beautiful difference of skill set and mentality from the last couple of years where they play that less than lineup. Judge is out, Stan's out, Rizzo's out. All the guys that have the pop, and I know Rizzo's struggling, but you get what I'm saying. And they small ball him to death. Like in past years, that game would have been Odor or Calhoun or Bowers or whoever just being like, well, we're not going to get a lot of hits because it's B lineup. So let's try to get a couple solo shots and swinging so hard trying to replace the power that's taken out. But this lineup was like, no, we can string together a bunch of hits. Lugo's been one of the better pitchers in the league all year. And they're like, we can bunt guys over. We can bunt back-to-back at bats. Like, let's win by the collection of us, not individually. And we haven't seen that in a long time. I know you asked Boone about it. If it was a kind of a plan of attack or just the personnel. And he kind of said like both in a way. But yeah, so that game one to me, I was like, this is awesome. Because we don't need to see that all the time. Judge and Soto have the highest OPSs in the league, and Stan is slugging as well. But when they're out, like, yeah, when they're out or when they're in, this is the role the rest of you should play.
You're cooking with different utensils. Like,
yeah.
And so you cooked up a different recipe. And even, DJ, like, let's see the story of his season. I guess he's been getting on base kind of, but, he obviously doesn't look locked in yet. That for him to come in, Seth Lugo, who'd been pitching great this year, to just get a free run on the bunt instead of risking the double play ball that could get him out of the inning and maybe lock him back in. Yeah, that was game one was a lot of fun. And then, again, seeing the Talkin truck get involved. And then when the Yankees do what they do to start off the second game, this series like came and went.
Yeah. And when the third game was, they also got the double digits. It was like, guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
what are we doing?
Not much worse feelings than an opener not working. And to throw Danny Altavilla in there, just got called back up. Nope.
Yeah. Game two, the opening of game two is also kind of like, yeah, that's what those guys could do. Volpe opens up with a triple. Soto works a walk. And then Judge just hits a single, which was a beautiful example. If you want to go back and watch the single Judge hit at the first inning of game two of exactly what he is trying to do with his swing. He didn't get that ball at all. For a lot of people, when they miss in the fashion that Judge missed that ball, it's a pop out to the first baseman and they're under it. But his and I hope I'm right. It was one of these hits. His barrel is in the zone for so long. He's got videos talking about this, that he's saying if I get it, it should be a homer. If I hit it, it should be a single to shallow right field. I think there's a video of him talking about this exact situation, which that swing was, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
That was cool. And Stroman pitched well.
Yeah, I mean, every starter.
Yeah, every starter pitched well.
Like, I guess in hindsight, it's funny to look back. I assumed Rodon had more strikeouts. He only had 3. And that's a little bit of Kansas City's approach. Like, it was kind of crazy. Rucco said on the last broadcast, like, what's his name? Kyle Isbell has the best contact in the zone. And look at his stats, and they don't tell that story. That I don't know. We played a different flavor of team, and we just rolled them.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Tonkman in the 9th in game 1. Ron Marinaccio throwing 40 pitches. I don't know if that comes up again. I was so insulted when I saw that. Like, gut punch insulted. Like, you bring him up and you're just going to do that to him. I looked at his game log from like in MLB, and it was nowhere near. The highest was like 23. But I went and looked what they've been having him do in the minors. His most recent outing in the minors was 40 pitches.
Look at that.
So they tried to stretch him out in the minors, I guess, and that's where exactly where he ended this one. But 2 up downs, 7th inning gets out of it, and then 6th inning gets out of a situation for Stroman, and then 7th and 8th. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The only from this last game, I mentioned it a little bit in the open, and I don't think there's a spot for an award, but I don't know. I know they got down 2 bunts today, but the DJ playing in, okay, whatever. DJ playing off the line, and it's exactly what happened. If a ball's hit as a single through the hole, the game continues. If a ball goes down the line, the game is over, and that's exactly what happened, which I don't know. I've had this complaint around baseball. It's something my analytics department is different than whatever baseball people teach their analytics department, but yeah, that's just an asterisk in my head. Like, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, also this game for the ball between Rizzo and DJ, that's also not good. And
yeah,
you'd have to talk to each of the. What's that?
I assume that was going to come up, but we could do it now.
Oh, no, let's just move on then to awards.
Okay.
The first award we give out on the show, Talkin' Yanks, is
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Pride of the Yankees. You get to go first, rip roaring, disc frolfing Jake.
Woo! And if I believe right, these are brought to us by DraftKings.
DraftKings. It doesn't come in a jar. DraftKings comes from who you are. Bottom of the 9th. 2 outs.
Woo!
Bases full. Down 3. The crowd on their feet. The drama of baseball is real. And so is all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook. From the first pitch to the final out, DraftKings has you covered with same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and so much more. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code YANKS. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code YANKS. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
It is mine. Crown is mine.
The crown is mine. It's my crown. It's my crown. Please don't touch it. It's my crown.
I think I'm going to take a semi layup here, but just for the beautiful symmetry of it all, I will take Carlos Rodon, who improves to 9-2 on the year. A guy we talked about a lot in this offseason with almost no expectations, almost just like give us 150 innings at a 4 ERA, and maybe we're happy with that. 80 innings pitched, 14 starts at 2.93, and his last outing in Kansas City was 0.0 innings pitched, 8 earnies. And then he just drove away from the team and was really sad, like drove away from his wife and stuff. So again, fast forward to where we are today, the svelte Carlos Rodon. He was in control the whole game, and I feel like we haven't talked a lot about him this year. Maybe I'm wrong. But I guess between like Luis Gil's breakout, obviously Soto, and just, I don't know. I feel like Rodon as a conversation point has been low on the pecking order, but that's because he's been great.
I enjoyed watching him scream after every strike 3 fastball. There was one that was in the second inning, but he was kind of pitching backwards. He only had 3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So how many came on? 2 came on fastballs, dead center.
He's a little bit of a WWE character when he's pitching.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he strikes you out, that's his version of hitting you with the chair, and he's like, whoo!
I think he said something about the ball. I forget. It made me laugh, though. That's a good pride. He made you proud?
Yeah, I mean, I asked Booney about it, and he was like, yeah, Rodon had that one circled, which, again, it's a little bit of fan service, but he should have, because, God, just remembering how crazy it was for him last year, coming back, trying to jump in the middle of the season, kind of didn't look in shape in hindsight, and then pitching poorly and ending with that note. And the fact that he's been into it and he's been awesome this whole season.
All 3 strikeouts came on fastballs in the zone. So that were, 2 were called and 1 was swinging. So I wonder if he was just like soft in the zone early. We've seen him do that. Go to the strikeout when men are on base, but
I think it's a little bit of Royals ball too. Like looking at Nestor's stat line now, and Stroman only had 1 K, so I think that's a little bit Royals ball.
Dude, so I'm dissecting this right now with Rodon, watching him after these strikeouts walk off the mound. His attitude is very much like it's a little Lance Lynn like, where he's basically saying, that's all I needed to do. Like, get out of here. Like, oh, I could just throw a fastball.
We're gonna do this whole dance, and you're just gonna not hit a fastball over the plate.
That was my favorite, like that I asked Lynn about when we interviewed him. It was like one of his lip reads, and he was just like, "Yep, there's a fastball down the middle. Gotcha." It's like, come on, man. Needed a bigger fight.
It's just boys playing game.
Good job by Carlos Rodon. He wins your pride. I'm trying to see his pitch mix, but it's not loading. Because he's definitely not a 2-pitch pitcher. Seems like he's really embraced that. Curveball. He threw 15 curveballs and 12 changeup, Jake. Like, it used to be if he threw 15 he would throw 15 non-fastball sliders.
Right.
And now he threw 29 non-fastball sliders. And he threw 25 sliders. So his tertiary collection of pitches is becoming his secondary collection of pitches at times. Never thought he would have committed that hard, which is great.
It's a game of adjustments.
And that's true.
And that's you.
Fuck. All right, so you said I can give it to 2 guys, my pride?
No, because I thought about doing exactly what you thought about doing, and no, you cannot.
Oh. Okay.
I hate to be stern like that.
That was so strict. Send
Really
me in my
stern.
bedroom, why don't you? Okay. I'm gonna go with a little bit of a doozy, a little bit of a crazy one. I'm gonna go Juan Soto. I don't know if you remember this, but a little bit of a hullabaloo because Dr. Ahmad had to send him to Neil. No, Neil didn't get involved yet. His arm was tight. And then me and Hokie, we were predicting he was going to start Tuesday. They keep giving him rest. Didn't realize it was rest for everyone day. He has a 364 batting average in this series. He goes 4 for 11 with he also got hit by a pitch and 5 walks, 588 on base percentage in the series for Juan Soto. And most importantly, when he scored on that fielder's choice in that game 2, I think he slid home, left hand in there. I didn't see a thing, man. I was up at my TV screen. I was an inch away, and I was just rewinding, watching him. Okay. All right. Didn't see nothing on his arm. Healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, a great pride. Tell him about the walks, Jim.
5 walks.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Well, they didn't want to pitch to him.
Smart.
Scared.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a part of me that thinks that was like, I wonder if how many other organizations we would have never even heard about this. Like, how many other organizations would the MRI scan happen negative and like Juan Soto would have just played every game?
Someone commented that, and I didn't go look into this, that Soto had stretches like this, like all the other years besides this year, where they had like something that his missed games came in like a bunch. But I didn't go look at it. But I read a comment that someone said that, and that made me feel like, oh, okay, maybe this is just what he does.
Isn't his thing that he always plays?
Yeah, but I think he's only done, I think last year he did 162, and that was the first year he did that.
162,
like most years, it's
153.
missing like 4 games, and 3 of them were just skipped a series a lot.
Well, 153 in 2022 and 151 in 2021. You know, the 162 was a one-off.
Yeah, I guess we've
Plays
been
close there,
so
right?
blinded. We've been so blinded by Yankees of past years that 150 was the goal. But yeah, I mean he was playing great going into the Dodgers series. He's playing great coming out of the Dodgers series. Yeah, the one thing that I was watching in this final game today, he caught a ball heading towards the line. Bobby Witt Jr. was on second, and he let a throw go to third, and it looked clean. And I mean, that's like kind of the number one thing I'm watching, I guess.
Yeah, I was watching close. I don't know what
You
it
were
was. Maybe we
close.
just forget about it forever. I'm looking at in 2021 with the Nats. He missed a whole big stint at the beginning. I'm guessing he won the IL because it's a big stint. And then he missed 3 series against Atlanta where something must have been like nagging at him, and he sat all 3. So those comments seem to be right that he doesn't really like take the day here and there, but then we'll have like, all right, it's bad enough. Give me all 3 off.
Maybe
That was a
it's
whole series against the Braves.
Maybe it's a sneaky like Dennis Rodman thing. Like we don't know anything about Soto. Maybe like twice a year he just needs to go on a bender, like let all the bad out and just play it cool. And then he's like good, perfect citizen. It's a theory.
That's a theory. You can't say it's not a theory. All right, looking at 2022, it came in bunches again there. He had 2 different times with the Nats where he sat, and it was 2 games in a row. Wait, and then when he went to the Padres that year, he sat out 3 games in a row with them, but never the odd day off. All right, so I just fact checked those comments I read, and I feel kind of better about the whole thing. And I feel like it was more Soto driven than Yankees driven, and they're just like kind of saying it because yeah, he has a track record of since he plays every day all the time that something probably does build up to a point where he's like, now would be good to get 3 out. Okay, proud of myself.
Proud of him, proud of you.
Yeah. Well, time to get the opposite of proud.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You get to go first.
Yeah, I've got one option in my head, but I don't know. Can you repeat the question? Wow, some guys had a ton of at-bats this series. 4-gamer. Let's see. God, I think we were so dialed into it being Brad Ausmus that it's just like I'm gonna go Rizzo. You know, I know he hits the homer, which it's like, okay, hey, we wanted a hard hit ball. You gave us a hard hit ball. I was debating giving him a foul ball, a reverse foul ball indicator because he hit one oppo that just missed dropping. But this is primarily going for defense, dog. Like, what? Like that Clay Holmes play. Again, this game didn't matter. Sorry to all our faithful Royal fans tuning in. But there was also the Vinny Pasquantino chopper that he played really weirdly. He kind of olayed it instead of just fielding it. And it's like, I don't know, man. I understand slumps. That's baseball a lot. And I understand father time, but I think like the Rizzo defense meter is back on. Like from the start of the year, we were on it. And then he, you know, there's like a 3-4 week span where it was like, okay, he looks like Rizzo. I don't know, man. The defense has just been off.
I agree with that. The play there. Can we try to dissect it or what we think?
Okay.
The first thing is, you know, I listened to the very beginning of Boone's press conference about Clay and his bad outing, and it was like, yeah, well, you know, ground balls, that one's a chopper, and no man's land's like, yeah, that's the only way he gets beat, Boone.
Right.
You know, like I have to stop them saying, and Clay's been great. I'm not trying to like get upset, but those are the swings that lead to Clay rough outings.
Yes.
Ground balls and no man's land.
Yes.
And then Clay's there, man. Like I again, I haven't played first base professionally. I don't really know the footwork, but when I watch that, Rizzo just should go to the bag, but I don't teach this.
Yeah,
Clay seemed like he wanted to go get the ball.
What Nelson said, and yeah, there's a little 2 parts here, but I don't know if we're looking at people's defensive resumes between Clay and Rizzo. Nelson said that the first baseman's job is to go for the ball until the pitcher has it. So again, like first base, obviously not a position either of us got stuck at a lot, but yeah, this is how Clay Holmes gets beat. So I realize it's not Antonio Alfonseca giving up back-to-back homers or something, but this is what happened. So, yeah, I get that it's an ugly play, but I think it's supposed to be first baseman's ball until the pitcher actually has it.
Yeah. Can I read you a stat that I just read?
Yeah, for sure.
Rizzo has a 273 slugging against starters right now.
Okay.
Lowest in all of Major League Baseball.
Don't like that.
I don't like that either.
So, yeah, I mean, the fact we're harping on the defense before any of the offensive stuff. I don't know. I know he took his 2 days off, and hey, I hope that homer sparks him, and we're here on Sunday night going like, wow, Rizzo pride. He went 6 for 11, 2 homers. Needed to see that. But I don't know. I don't think either of us are betting on that. So
I'm not betting on that. I don't know what they do with Rizzo at all. It's a big conversation right now because it's kind of what there is to talk about when you're trying to improve this team. Oh, with bases empty, slugging 260, also lowest. So bases empty versus starters, not a good combo. Right now in my head, I don't have them moving off Rizzo. I don't have them becoming a bench player or like I don't have them trading for another first baseman. I'd be shocked if they do it. I think the biggest thing they do is platoon DJ and Rizzo, go get a third baseman or another infielder. And then at the end of games, Rizzo at first, DJ at second, if you're worried about Glaber. But Glaber actually flashed some nice leather this series where Rizzo's been troublesome at first. So I really don't know. But I can't imagine them not, and I'm not saying I agree with it, but I can't imagine them just not riding out Rizzo and giving him the respect, he deserves as a big.
Yeah, because he's so tied into the fabric of the players right now that they wouldn't mess that up. That they're gonna let it ride. It'll just be interesting to see where it ends up. Can he have a hot September? Because then we'd believe in Anthony Rizzo. Like he's got one of the best baseball resumes you can bring up. But yeah, it was funny, and sometimes I question ourselves, like how much of this is us being Yankee a lot. Jeff Passan on Talking Baseball, like he was like, should the Yankees get Pete Alonso? So the fact he's bringing up something like that, but it is comical that Ryan McMahon and some of the Yankee nerds were throwing elbows at me because I bring up Ryan McMahon every 6 weeks like clockwork. Ryan McMahon plays third base, second base, and first base. So if somehow, some way that trade happened, you have insurance for DJ at third, Glaber at second, and Rizzo at first, that you can figure out those moving pieces that, I don't know, with DJ's flexibility as well, they should pick up another body. Just not sure the quality of it.
I definitely think they should pick up another body. I just, for those thinking like Rizzo's going to be gone or Rizzo's going to go to the bench, I think he's got such a long leash.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. My MFer is Ian Hamilton.
Yeah.
So he gave up a bunch of runs in his outing, but it didn't matter because they were up a lot. But it's his third game in a row giving up an earned run, which isn't good.
No.
And he gave up 3 of them. And the bullpen is frankly a concern. Like, we have some guys that I like. We can't ride them all the time. It's not deep. They have to trade for bullpen. I'd like Tanner Scott tomorrow. Just go get him and then keep moving on from there, So, but yeah, Hamilton, I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. I got a 4 ERA on the season now. That's really bad for a reliever. And 3 outings in a row where he gave up a run. If I go back to May 8th, when it started to become a little more regular for him, like the bad outings, he's got a 6 ERA in his last 12 games, 8 earned runs in 12 innings with 4 walks. So not good. Not good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy that the Yankees still picture as top 3 or 4 in their current bullpen, no bueno. And it doesn't look too sharp. They kind of put him in timeout for a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see the next steps. Because, I don't know, if Ian Hamilton was the last guy in our bullpen right now, I think we'd be like, hey, let's see if he finds a hot stretch. But yeah, and the innings he's gonna find himself in, and they're gonna try to push because they're kind of in on Hammy. He's not living up to the bill.
Meanwhile, the Ferg dog. Ferging along.
I'm Ferging along. Hey,
I thought we'd talk about Victor Gonzalez more when they traded for him. I just thought he'd be mentioned more.
It's tough. I feel like they don't use him regularly.
Him and the Ferg more about because it was bad for a while and I couldn't figure it out. Like Tonkin jumped all of them, and maybe that's a credit to Tonkin and a credit to the Yankees for just going with the hot hand. But like, dude, Tonkin quickly got in bigger situations than Ferg or Gonzo. Maybe not Ferg. I don't know. Weird.
Gonzo's just bizarre. His season looks kind of fine on paper, but I just don't get it. Like I feel there's series that I'll see Caleb Ferguson in every game, and it feels like Gonzo just goes missing.
Dude, speaking of Gonzo, I think I screen recorded Boone's post-game press conference on my phone. Wonder if I still have this. Because it was ridiculous how many nicknames he dropped
Ooh.
in like 2 seconds time. I have it right here. I never tweeted this.
And that was kind of the one to contribute.
Oh, hold on.
I mean, you got to step on it here. You hit it other way of center field there and ride it out of here like that. And that was kind of a big kind of knockout right
You guys can hear this, right?
Yeah.
there. Glaber with a big at bat. Cabby smokes one up the middle that we're able to get to second and third on. So just a lot of good things happening tonight. Stroh setting the tone for us and Chachi giving us, 2 1/3 strong there. So
It was just jarring. Cabby, Stroh, and Chachi. When did we start calling Oswaldo Cabrera Cabby?
It's Waldo. It's always been Waldo.
Cabby. And then Chachi, Cabby, Stroh, and Chachi. Meanwhile, Austin Wells is Austin Wells.
Mm-hmm.
He's banking on the weekends. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just too much. Okay, I'm glad I got that because I recorded that.
That's good.
Yeah. Regular award.
Awards. They're brought to you by our partnership with Dan Patrick. That's right. Dan Patrick. You know the guy. An iHeart podcast. We have teamed up with them. 2 of your favorite John Boy Media shows, Wake and Jake, hello, and Jimmy's 3 Things, hello, have joined the family. The best part is they're still the same shows. We're just like friends. Like they kind of share us on their feed. We're partners together through and through. I go to war for Dan Patrick right now. That would stink. Like it's a new friendship. Like if Dan Patrick started an internet beef, I'd hate to like throw my body out there, but I would. So yeah, go check out their stuff. Go check out our stuff. It's been a lot cooler than we thought. We just thought it was like, oh, all right, shake hands, we're friends. But they've really helped us out. So thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. Is that your award? Thank you, Daniel.
Who's Daniel?
Dude.
For my first award, let's see. Let's get this on track. It's Kansas City. We're heading to Boston. It's the Warehouse Finger Gun Award.
Oh, we going Nestor?
Jimmy. Luke
Well,
Weaver.
Well, you do the warehouse finger gun, and you kind of pitch like Nestor.
I can't control it. If I strike out someone in the warehouse, I just instinctively put my finger out like that. Like, gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't control it. I've never planned on doing it. I would take it out if I could. Like, if there was just an ear button on me, I'd be like, oh, don't want it.
Okay.
Luke Weaver, who was hunting for it a little bit on the mound today, but his cutter was working. Nelson was great on the broadcast. He's like, it's great reliever talk. He's like, just keep pumping that cutter, man. They're not touching that, and you don't have your other pitches. Big 3-2, 2 runners on. The Yankees had just taken the lead, and he goes back to his fastball, paints it, and he hits him with just a little finger gun. Like, gotcha. And we've obviously you started the Weave Dog train. I humped on the caboose. We'll bleep that out. But the Weave Dog obviously has been incredible as he's starting to let some of his personality out. It's been fun because Luke Weaver's a guy. He's a first round pick. And now that he's in this role and he's dominating, it's almost like he's talked crap to bullpen guys throughout the years. Like, fellas, I know I'm not killing it as a starter, but being in the bullpen's easy. And now he's doing it. What's his whip? Like 073 or something?
It's crazy. But I don't know it offhand.
Okay.
But I do know this, just top of my head. He's allowed a slugging percentage of .000 on fastballs away, which is the best in Major League Baseball. When he's facing hitters not batting 3, 4, or 5 in the order, he's allowed an on-base percentage of just 157, which is best amongst all relievers.
Top of your head, that's good.
But I don't know his whip, so, you're always finding my flaws.
Yeah.
Weave Dog's awesome, and I cheer for him out loud more than anyone else. I've realized that about myself.
Okay.
Because I just love yelling, "Get him, Weave!"
Oh, all right.
So today I was watching it in the warehouse, and he walked the two guys, and then I don't know, got like a fly ball, and then got a strike on the next pitch. And I was like, "Get him, Weave!" out loud to myself.
It was 0732 coming into today. It lands at 076.
I do find myself pumped up, but I've been telling you guys this since the opening series. I have loved. I was early. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be a hipster about it, but I just this isn't some new infatuation. Before I knew he was going to be good, I was like, I like watching him pitch. He's fun to watch.
The gentle leg kick. I mean, he's our Yamamoto.
Oh, Yamamoto.
I'm not as tough as I look. I'm a silent assassin, but I'm also lovable and caring. And I'm just really, really, really happy to be here.
That's good stuff.
Luke Weaver on himself.
I'm not as tough as I look. It's good. That's a really good opening. Can we go get an episode of Baggage? And when they "Hi, Melissa, my name is Luke Weaver. I'm not as tough as I look. I'm really, really blah, blah. And I'm just really, really happy to be here." That's exactly what he just delivered. It was a perfect opening to Baggage monologue.
A gentle bio.
Yeah, that was great.
Where are you heading, pal?
Well, the award that I'm going to give out is the Sprinkles Award.
Okay. Sprinkles Award. Glaber?
No, wrong. Stanton.
Okay.
He's not the ice cream anymore.
Yeah.
But damn, Sprinkles can really enhance the ice cream. Like when Judge hits that homer in the 8th inning and then 2 batters later, Stanton hits his, it's like, oh, that made this sweeter. Or when he hit that absolute laser, he hits 2 home runs. When the game's a little more out of hand, if you want to call them A-Rod homers, you can. But I actually like the second one because there was 2 strikes on him. And he went down and got a breaking ball, I believe. But also they're kind of sprinkling him into the lineup. That was the double reasoning for sprinkling that I went with. He only plays 2 out of 4, right?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I really don't know why they did that game 4. Maybe because they are going to have him play the field, so they wanted to get him in Fenway. I don't know.
Would make sense.
17 home runs on the year, 116 OPS plus. That's the highest since 2021 as OPS plus. But his homers are sprinkles on top of games. Like, I don't care if we've already got this game locked up at 6-0 in the 8th inning. That home run makes it sweeter because it's just so vicious.
It feels like the Yankees. It feels like, hey, we have this guy. He's not even, like you said, he's our sprinkles now. That Kansas City, he'd be batting 4th. And yeah, he I don't know. As you mentioned, Dan Rourke, we had a Stanton combo today, and it's like, hey, he's Stanton. Let him be Stanton. Like he'll be decided come the postseason, and in the postseason, he showed us nothing but electricity. But yeah, there's some weird stats if you want to butter knife him out, like his low leverage stats when the Yankees are ahead by 4 runs. But whatever. Win the game.
Is that when
I
he's the
guess.
best?
Yeah, when he's in low leverage situations. So Baseball Reference says high leverage, medium leverage, and low leverage. And in high leverage, he's fine, which, okay, that passes the stand test. 216, 326, and 812 OPS, only 2 home runs. Medium leverage, he doesn't have time for it. He's Stan at 184, a 536 OPS. Low leverage, which have been the majority of his at bats, so whatever. 278, 316, and 964 OPS.
That's because by the time he gets up, that ice cream's already been poured.
Soto and Judge did all the ice cream. They, all the dry ice, and what goes in ice cream?
It's dry. It's drier than I thought.
Not dry ice. That doesn't go in ice cream, right?
No, you can't touch that. You burn yourself.
It's another thing. It's
What goes into ice cream? Sprinkles.
Settle the Patton Oswalt joke. Don't care about the stuff
Rock
I like.
salt.
Rock salt.
Yeah.
What's that? All right.
All right. His June's been good, Stan. 268 batting average, 348 on base, 585 slugging, 933 OPS in the month of June. 10 games.
Sure.
Your award.
Barbecue Butt Award.
Oh, barbecue butt. Okay. Glaber.
It's a good guess. I'd see why you go there. I just guessed him. Glaber's got a little bit of a BBQ booty.
And you always talk. You like Glaber. You like talking about him.
I do like Glaber. I think it's in an interesting spot. Although he's been playing great for a little bit now. It's going to Austin Wells. Austin Wells.
Illegal.
I know you want to end the show with both catchers, but Austin Wells, he hits a ball to deep center field, and you see the center fielder drifting. And I don't know, just too many times this year, it's been like, well, caught at the wall. Austin Wells went to Kansas City, got a little barbecue, put that in the behind, put a little more into it, and it's a home run. So I don't know. I know we've loved Austin Wells at bats this year, and the catchers, I mean, massive series for both of them. But yeah, when that Austin Wells ball goes up and I see the outfielder tracking, I'm like used to the outfielder planting his feet and kind of doing the like, it's a great swing. This one goes out, and I think more are gonna go out. He's a hitter, Jim.
Heating up that hot Missouri air. Yeah. Barbecue butt, huh? I don't know if he's going to like that nickname. But
I think he would. He's a guy.
Both catchers went off. I mean, did you see? Go back and watch the replay that shows Rizzo's reaction to Trevi hitting that homer on the 3-1 pitch to make it 6-0. Did both catchers hit 3-run homers to make the game 6-0?
Off the top of my head, Austin Wells hit a 3-run homer to make it 6-0. Jose Trevino hit a 3-run home run to make it 6-0.
Sounds like they should have been doubled up maybe for an award.
All right, I'll take Trevi too. Trevi's been great. He's got a little bit
right.
of barbecue booty too.
Retype it. Barbecue butts.
Barbecue buns.
Okay, barbecue buns.
Yeah, that's where who was I talking to? And I just did like a head tilt and I was like, Trevi's been great. Like, Trevi's been great for a while now. We had that kind of start of the year that it was like, can either of our catchers throw? They're like peacocking the run game. Like, Bobby Witt Jr. only gets out on the bases against us, and Trevi's been mashing.
Trevi's been awesome. I mean, Wells is good too. I'm a little more suspect of his offensive profile. Like if those balls never find holes or they don't change, then he's not going to be a like average or on base guy.
They're doubles at Fenway, bro.
Okay, interesting. We'll see this weekend. But yeah, 3-run homers. Anyway, go watch the replay. Rizzo's like amidst his stretch. He just finally talked to the media and it's like, I just can't figure it out. Like everything I pull is on the ground. Everything I go elbows in the air. It's tough. Rizzo hits that 3-1 homer and yes, had a replay of the dugout. And Rizzo just kind of like does like, the fuck? This dude's doing it? Because Trevi jumped on that, man. It was nice. Wells was nice too. But yeah.
Trevi's got a little bit of that sneaky Gio Urshela. Like when he leans into one, it goes. Where
Dude, if
Austin Wells has a very pretty swing, but you don't see the number a lot, and you're like, whoa, that was 4 what?
Yeah. I'm just now realizing Royals fans have to be just bullshit about like they Judge, Soto, Stanton, Verdugo, and then back-to-back games, the catcher hit a 3-run homer off him to go from 3-0 to 6-0 with it, which is the punch. It is, oh, never mind, it's not a game.
KC likes their catchers too, though, so maybe they're just like having their barbecue on their buns.
Barbecue Buns Award is what Jake gave out.
Cambio.
Gumbel. All right. I got to give out an award here. And kind of just poking and hunting. Who else is there to talk about?
Poking and hunting.
Okay. I'm going to go Pacemaker Award.
Pacemaker. All right. You got a pacemaker installed in 2012. You have a couple more years left. Alex Verdugo.
No, wrong.
Okay. Note that it's wrong.
You noted that?
Yeah.
It's Judge.
Sure.
Aaron Judge is on a crazy pace. Like, he's about to have more homers by the end of June than he had when he hit 62, which is unbelievable.
Right.
I mean this when I say it. And Michael K said it in the booth, or he said it somewhere, where he said the opposing team, Dodgers or someone, came in and was like, have you ever, or the Twins, it said,
I lost your audio.
okay, what about now?
Yeah,
Right.
heck yeah.
Cut out
I hit the
exactly
mute
when you
button.
started sharing what someone said.
Thought it was a prank for a second.
No, Kay said that the Minnesota broadcast asked them, is this the hottest you've ever seen Judge? And Kay and Coney or whoever it was were like, no, like when he broke the record.
Right.
But I disagree. This is the hottest I've ever seen Judge. Like, granted, they're both historical paces, but if you take like numbers wise, I believe this stretch and the numbers today kind of hurt it. It's just unbelievable. what he's on pace for and what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm obviously interested to watch him this weekend. Me and BBD did a little bit of dive on Judge's best places to play on the road because in my head I had him as a Kansas City Royals killer, but his numbers were below average. Judge sneaky bad at Fenway. So the fact that he has this golden sombrero going into that, just interested to see. But all the Yankees had some bizarre swings today against Alec Marsh. It's like they had a bad tip.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they did have weird swings.
Weird.
Soto chased a couple.
Volpe's strike 3 swing. Judge had a couple bad whifferooners, and I don't like saying that.
Did you say whifferooners? I'm trying to find this fucking sorry, I hate that I swear. There was a Reddit post that did all the math about Judge's pace compared to the record breaker season. Oh, it was a Fangraphs article about how like this stretch is actually hotter than that stretch. And he's on pace for a better runs created plus and F-WAR than his record breaking MVP season, which is nuts to me. And then there was some other stat I read about this stretch where like 60% of his hits were extra base hits or something like that.
Yeah, they had one pop up early in the broadcast this week that there was some double and homer stat that it's only him and Babe Ruth. That was a good one.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But yeah, I think he's had his hottest week in this stretch and his hottest like 28-day period, which this is a man who broke the American League home run record.
Yes. It's just kind of crazy. And they blanked him today, but like you said, they had a bad tip. Brutal tip.
Painting does nothing for me.
What does nothing for you?
This painting behind me.
Let me take a look. Well, yeah, that's nothing.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like there was a painting there. It got scratched off.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
What else you got, Papo?
Not much. Cody Petit, not talked about. He's kind of been pretty impressive for the role that they're asking him to do. And Nestor gets the loss again. I know he pitched great. There was no run. The Yankees lose on a Nestor day again, which is becoming a trend.
Yeah, I feel like every year there's the guy that doesn't get run support or whatever.
Yeah, I think he gets run support. Well, he gets 3 a game. They just lose even when he pitches well.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was eligible for maybe the water finding its level award because he had the mass start at home and he has a good roadie.
I think they're now 7 or they're 6-9 in Nestor starts. Team wins at a 60% clip. But when Nestor's on the bump, they lose at a 60% clip.
We got to change those vibes.
Dude. Yeah. I was saying that about Nestor to whoever I was talking to today. His vibes are different.
I mean, they got no hit through 6 innings today.
Yeah, no, this game's not on him at all.
But maybe it is. Maybe,
but his energy isn't like the piss and vinegar Nestor. It's kind of like the whatever.
Maybe he's doing something weird in the clubhouse before the games.
I got something to say.
Also, if Rizzo and Clay make that play, different story. But
I have something to say.
Say it, babe.
The Yankees better beat the Red Sox.
Ooh, interesting point.
They got Orioles after that. You got to win games in the division, and you got to pride yourself on doing that. Is that fair?
I'll be interested to see how the Red Sox series goes. I guess in my head, let's say, because for the Red Sox, they're in it. They're fighting for the wild card. This series is bigger for them than us. It's in Boston. The bigger series for the Yankees is Baltimore. So if they lose 2 out of 3 to Boston, but then they beat up the Orioles, I'd prefer that. I'd obviously prefer they take both series, but
What are the pitching matchups?
I hope Cody Poteet. It's Heel, Rodon, Stroman.
Okay. I love that. I like that. That's good.
Weird.
The Yankees right now, though, just to remind everyone, against the Central, they're 17-2. That's crazy. Against the West, they're 12-6. Against interleague play, they're 12-6. Those are all really good records, especially the 17-2. Against the East, they're 8-8. So let's beat the East.
Yeah, let's ski the East.
Beat the Orioles. You're right. Fenway, haven't seen you in a while. I'm excited. All right. That's all I got. You got anything else? Bye-bye, Birdie.
Thanks,
Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Heel versus the Red Sox for the first time.
Him and what's his name? Boof Bonzer. No, Bayo.